Hey guys, welcome back to Crazy Dave's Kitchen. Okay, so today's a product review for an item from Inkbird. Yes, our friends at Inkbird. I've done a lot of product reviews for them in the past. I've used their product. They're actually amazing, but this is a brand new one. It's a wireless meat thermometer, okay? Comes in a beautiful box. So when you take the box apart, you got this little device in here, right here. Make sure that when you do take the box apart, and it doesn't want to fall apart right now, is you're going to find your power cord and your instruction manual on the bottom. You're going to have to scan a QR code, which I'm trying to get this box here out. And you're going to scan a QR code. You got to take this box off. And right here is the manual. You're going to open it up. You're going to scan a QR code. Kind of gives you the directions here. Now, one thing I noticed in the instructions, it talked about an indicator for your meat probe. I didn't see it. I think everything is going to be done by this little charging device. Now, this charging device also is your Bluetooth extender. The device only works from Bluetooth. Unfortunately, does not connect to an actual Wi-Fi, which I would love if it did, because you can be anywhere. But let's go through the manual real quick. I'm looking for that QR code here. It's in here. So I remember seeing it. Sorry guys, but I don't see it. But the QR code is actually here. It's going to take you to the app. I'm going to do some screenshots. I'm going to narrate that part on how the app actually works. But right now, what I've got is this little Inkbird product. Really cool charging case. The charger goes right here. Okay. And then when you charge it up, it's going to start lighting up here in the front. Okay. This little light changes to 3 different colors here. If you want to zoom in on that one, that will change to green, an orange, and a red. Tells you your time of how much it's charging. Okay, now check this out. This thing slides beautifully. Look at that, nice. And that's what the meat probe looks like. We're gonna take it out, and it's like this. Okay. Now again, the instructions will tell you there's some kind of indicator on here. I could not find it. Okay. Word of caution is, I don't know if you can see it here on the camera or not, but right there, there's this little tiny, right where my finger is, a line, okay? When you put the probe into your meat, you're gonna stick it in there and go up to the line, okay? Because this thermometer actually does the meat temperature and the ambient temperature, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm doing a picanha steak. Never done these before. Just kind of simple, spices, a little bit of black pepper, a little bit of salt, some garlic, a little bit of, just various seasonings, Crazy Dave's blend of seasonings that I put together. But this is what I'm going to use to test out the Inkbird thermometer, okay? Because this is going to take between 2 to 3 hours for me to cook it, which is going to give me a perfect opportunity to use the Inkbird app. Now, as it's cooking, I'm again going to pop in and out, doing some screenshots to kind of show you guys what is happening. So stay tuned, keep watching, and I'm going to continue to review this Inkbird product. Okay, so right here is the little line again, right about there. Okay, so this is a picanha steak. I don't know much about it. I've heard about it from Sous Vide Everything. I've also heard about it from Just Prior. Both really good individuals when it comes to barbecuing. One of the tricks I learned from Sous Vide Everything is right here. So you'll see, I hope you can, the grain. If you just follow these little lines here. And what they taught me was to use these little toothpicks to indicate which way the grain's going. So when I'm done, I know that I gotta slice it against the grain. Okay, so right now I just plugged this thing into the meat. I've got to use my app, which is actually also my camera device. So I'm gonna start doing some screenshots here as I'm setting this up. Okay guys, so here's pretty much the app. Sometimes you'll notice that when you go into it, it will say Celsius kind of like this here. When you see the Celsius mode, what you want to do is in the upper right hand corner, you'll see this little gear icon under my battery indicator. You click on that, and you get this screen right here. And it actually gives you a lot of information. It tells you the percentage of the battery for the charging case, and it tells you the percentage battery for the actual meat probe itself. You can also do a custom name. You can pick whatever you want. But here is your Fahrenheit button right here. You see I just changed that. So now it's going to show Fahrenheit. I want the device volume on high. Now, it also allows you to calibrate it. So for those of you guys that are really picky about it and want to calibrate it, you are more than welcome to do so, plus or minus. Now, you notice my phone shows what we call the dark mode, and I love the dark mode, okay? Because when I go to turn it off to the default mode, you'll see it's super bright. I mean, I got to put my sunglasses on for this. But the reason why I like this is check this out. We're going to hit the left arrow here. And this is the main screen here. You'll see it's really white. And the reason why I don't like this is pay attention to this when I go to the dark mode, okay? And I'll explain it to you. Let's go back to the gear icon. Let's go back to the dark mode here. And we're going to hit the left arrow and go back to the screen. Check that out. I mean, to me, that is amazing. That's what barbecue looks like. You've got the grill grates down there. You got the flames coming up from the bottom. And you got that nice orange glow right below your temperatures. This is why I love this setting. I love the dark setting on this. So guys, use it. You're going to love it. Inkbird, if you're watching, throw away that white screen, okay? Because this is awesome. Okay, so now we're going to go back to the little gear icon. Kind of you'll see you got a lot of different things here. Right here at the bottom, you got your app ringtone. Go through the list. You'll see a whole list of stuff. I don't want to hit anything right now because I'm narrating. But go through this whole list and find one that, in my opinion, is really, really annoying because that is going to grab your attention, okay? You don't want something that sounds similar to your existing ringtone. We're going to go back here and hit the left arrow all the way back to the main screen again. And you'll see in the upper right-hand corner it says setup. Okay, I've got my meat probe I just saw a little bit ago in the picanha, and the picanha is ready to go. The grill is ready to go. We're going to hit setup. Okay, I'm going to pick beef, and now I want it kind of more of a medium rare that says 130 degrees there, and that's what Jess Pryles recommended for this picanha. I want an early warning of about 10 degrees here, and once I get it on my grill, I'm going to hit start cooking. That's going to be done in 1 second here, but let's go ahead and hit the back arrow, and this thing is pretty much almost ready to go. Oh, real quick, down in the lower portion of the app, you got your timer. You can set your timer here to kind of remind you. Jess says it should be about 2.5 hours to cook this picanha. So I'm going to set it for 2.5 hours. Again, I'm not going to start it up right now. I'm just going to hit the X here. Over here in the middle, you've got your history. This gives you the history of what's going to happen. I'm going to watch this because I want to see whether or not once I hit start, is it going to give me the data as it is cooking? Kind of like the other products out there similar to Tapachoo will give you the trend so you can kind of see what's going on with your meat here, okay? We're also going to go back to the main screen. In the lower right-hand corner, you got this little dish with the steaming here, and that is your menu option. And as you scroll through your menu option, you can see that it kind of gives you some pre-settings for different types of cooking styles available. Scroll through the list, you'll see some stuff. Now, what's really, really cool on this, if you hit where it says custom cooking in that lower left-hand corner, it actually now allows you to create your own method of cooking. So if you have something that just doesn't fit in the normal menus and you want to create your own customized one, go ahead and do that here, okay? Now we're going to hit the left arrow back again. We're back to the main screen. If you look in the middle on the far left, the small little circle right now that says 64 degrees Fahrenheit, that is the ambient temperature. And what's cool about that is you want to know what your grill is set at, what the heat is, what's it pushing at. So if I set my grill to 225, I want to know that my ambient temperature inside my grill is 225 degrees. In the middle section, that is telling me what the actual probe inside my meat is reading. And I like the fact being that's right there in the middle and it's bigger, so you know exactly what temperature your meat is coming up to. And then the target, that will eventually populate once I start the cooking process as to what my goal is, okay? So let me go ahead and put that meat in the grill, and then as needed, I will hop in and try to show you guys what's
This
happening
is Apple
with
Watch
the Inkbird
compatible,
app
but it
as
also
I
comes
am
up
cooking this
on your
picanha meat.
phone. If you get too far away from your Inkbird, it will come up with a message that alerts you to bring the base closer so that it actually connects and you have proper signal.
Okay, so right now it's reading the ambient temperature is 125 in my grill. It's reading 50 degrees for the internal meat temperature. Okay, I have my grill set at 225. So that thermometer, you'll see it's starting to increase because I just put it in there. I'm gonna hit setup here. I'm gonna hit the beef setting, and I want to go medium to 130. That's what Jess Pyle said, so that's what I'm gonna go with. And I'm gonna do an early warning at 10 degrees. We're gonna start cooking it. I also want to go to the timer over here in the lower left, and Jess says that it should be about 2.5 hours. So we're just gonna do 2.5 hours here. We're gonna start cooking that. And look at that. That thing's absolutely amazing. Here's the data, and then here's the trend chart. Let's see what data clicks on. If I click on it, I think that's live data. It's still kind of processing. And then a trend chart, yes, that's amazing. That shows just like the temperature was giving me the trend of what my meat is doing in the grill. I really like that. Gonna go back to this. This is actually the home screen, so if you have more than one Inkbird device, this is what it's gonna look like. And we're back to this again. And this thing's actually awesome. We're gonna check all this. The history record doesn't really give me much. I think this is gonna record or save it at the end of the cookout, kind of like the temperature does. But I do like that it gives me the data and the trend chart right there at the top, verifying the meat to choose. And then we're gonna go back to here to choose my timer. I thought I hit start, but I guess not. We're gonna hit start here. And it says, yeah, timer is in progress. Confirm it. Oh, there it is. In the upper corner, right under the what says trend chart, it's giving me the countdown of my actual cooking times itself here. This is really cool, guys. Stay tuned. I'm going to keep updating it throughout the cooking process, and we're going to kind of hop in and hop out as we're doing that. There you go.
One of the little side things that I'm doing here is I'm also just got the Smoke Daddy, what is this, the Magnum cold smoker or the smoker attachment. Kind of playing with it, trying to fine tune it here. It's actually pretty cool here. Let's open up the grill and you'll see that it's producing a lot of smoke into the Traeger. And there's the picanha way over here on the side. I'm gonna close this up. But this thing's actually producing a lot of smoke. So I'm gonna test it out. I want to see where, my grill's gonna be a little bit smokier food. We want that enhancement. I'm adding over here some cherry wood. I got cherry, and I've also got it mixed with some apple wood. So we're gonna see how this comes out. Okay, guys. So I just hopped back in right now. It loaded on my phone, and you have to hit the button to acknowledge the message, and you'll see where it says one message. 10 degrees from target. We're just going to hit the X here. And it says right now inside my grill is 201. The meat itself is at 120. And my target is 130. So I can pull it off, at any time if I want to let it set. I think I'm going to go a little bit closer to 130. Because according to what Jess said, is once you're done, you're going to wrap this piece of meat up in some butcher paper and let it sit for a half an hour or 45 minutes. So we're going to still monitor this, see what's going on. Let's look at the trend chart. You can kind of see the graph of what it's doing. Play around with it, look at that. We're going to hit the data back. It's going to show us this. But as far as the history record, again, I'm thinking that is once we are done cooking, okay? So let's go ahead and let this thing cook. I'll be right back. So I just got the alert that my cooking was done. It came up with a little alarm on the bottom. I told it, okay, thank you for reminding me, and I told it to stop. My main thing I want to check is I want to go to the history record, and I noticed that it does show the cook. Kind of like the temperature where it stores your history. When you click on it, you can kind of see your graph of what's going on. It gives you your average high and low of your ambient, the internal, the average high and low temperatures, and your target temperature. Now, what's cool is if I press my finger onto my screen, I can start scrolling, and I can start seeing my temperatures here. You can see your ambient, and you can see the rest of your probe. I mean, this is pretty cool. You can keep scrolling the entire duration of your cookout, okay? This is what's really super cool here. Now, there's a share option. It allows me to do the photo sharing, screenshot share, or I can even export as an Excel spreadsheet here, or I can even restart the cooking, and then I can go back to the main screen. And just like that, now it's time for me to go ahead and pull this thing off. I've got to wrap it up in some butcher paper, so I'll be right back. And this is a beautiful picanha steak. Came out really amazing. And using the smoke generator from Smoke Daddy, it actually has a nice, beautiful smoke ring and amazing flavor. Okay guys, so the Inkbird thermometer, it's an amazing product. I like it. Word of caution, I didn't see it anywhere in the instructions. Be very careful. I'm gonna open this thing up so you can see it. When you have this thing sticking out of your meat, okay, be very careful. You think you can grab this thing. This is made out of ceramic. It is extremely hot. I burnt my little fingers from it. So make sure you grab some tongs or something to pull this thing out and let it sit up to the side. Again, do not grab it. It is extremely hot. I know they say that you can submerge it. I still want it. Hand wash it real quick. Dry it off with a paper towel. And then immediately put it back in this beautiful little case. But overall, I think this thing is actually an amazing product. Affordable. What is it, like 50 bucks give or take? Buy it. I'm going to attach at the end of this video, I'm going to create an affiliate link that you're going to click on. That way there you can buy it, okay? I'm not really paid by Inkbird. I'm just reviewing it. And being that I'm Crazy Dave, I would like to do some affiliate links for you guys, okay? So click on this thing, buy it, add it to your arsenal, okay? And keep cooking. Crazy Dave, and I'm out.